Welcome to this class. Today we are going to look at this complex quadratic equations using quadratic formula. To solve this question involves three steps. The first step is to identify the coefficients. The second step is to calculate the discriminant, and then the third step is to input the value into the formula and simplify. Now the formula on the board is what we call quadratic formula. Now let's start by the first step by identification of what of the coefficients. Now the first coefficient we are going to identify is A. A represents the value here, coefficient of x squared, which is 4j, and then B represents the coefficient of x, which is minus 5i, and then C representing minus 6. These are the coefficients we need to identify. And then the second step is discriminants, which represents, that is second step, D. And then the formula of D is b squared minus 4ac. Therefore, let's put the value. That will be open bracket minus 5i squared minus 4 into 4j into minus 6. Now, when you open the bracket, recall that I squared is equal to minus 1. Therefore, when you put the value of I squared here, that means you are going to have 25 into minus 1, and then when you multiply, that will be plus, multiply this value, that will be 96 joule. Therefore, the value of D will be equal to 96 joule minus 25. That's the value of D. Now let's now input back to the equation. That will be x will be equal to, what's the B again? B is minus 5i, and then plus over minus root, what is D? Because D is equal to 96j minus 25 over 2 times 4j. Therefore, our x now be equal to 5i plus over minus root 96j minus 25 over 8j. Recall that in quadratic equation you need to have two values. Now by interpreting this plus over minus, then the first x1 will be equal to 5i plus root 96j minus 25 over 8j, while the x2 will be equal to 5i minus root 96j minus 25 all over 8j.